Today, we're going to be talking about a software that we've been using to help manage our life. It's called Notion. We've had a lot of people who've asked for what software we use. And a piece of software that I started using is called Notion, and I've had tremendous results with it. It has empowered me. It has given me what I feel is control over my life. And we're going to spend some time talking about that today. So let's go ahead and let's jump in. So with Notion, you have to set up an account, and it is a free account, but there's also a paid service for it. But when you first sign up and you get into the account, this is what it will look like. This is a generic started page. And I encourage you to, when you get into Notion, go ahead and watch some of these videos, because it goes through and tells you how to use the software, how to do various things. We will spend some time going through this, but to get further details, more detailed information, please go ahead and make sure that you go through this page. Okay. Now, the first page that I want to look at, and these are ones that have already been created for us, is this one called the home page, personal home. And I'm just going to go ahead and rename this. I'm just going to call it Dwain's personal home page. How about that? And you could name it whatever you want. You can also customize this cover that's here. I'm going to go ahead and change it. There's one that I like. I like this view. Just kind of breathtaking. So I'm going to do that. And you can, if you want to reposition it, right? Go ahead and do it like that. But once again, you can change it. You see there's a lot of different things in it. Let's run through a couple of these real quickly, right? Wow, isn't that beautiful? I love that. Now going back here, right? That is wow. Let's see. So if I click that one and I say reposition, wow, look at that. Ooh, yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna say save that one. I like it. And you see there's some default things that are already here. Daily things, and we'll come back to these in a minute. But I want to jump down, and I'm going to actually create a page, right? And the way you do that is if you on the keyboard hit the slash, it'll come up with lots of different things that you can create, and you can scroll through. I happen to know that I want to create a calendar, so I'm going to just start typing calendar, and it'll come up here with the ability to put a calendar in here, a full page calendar, or to link to a calendar. So for instance, if you have a Google Calendar, or some other calendar on some other platform that gives you a link, you can actually put that in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just put a full page calendar right here. Okay. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and call it, Dwain's calendar. Okay. And so just like any calendar, you can go ahead and add an item. So I'm going to say meet with mom. So tomorrow I'm going to have a meeting with my mom. It's a Zoom meeting, and it is going to be at, I think we said 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 p.m. Okay, and I can also add an end time. And so let's say 2 to 3 o'clock, 2 to 3. Okay. And so now there is that meeting with my mother, right? And so this is a good way of having a calendar. And if I pop back up to the top level, you'll see that calendar is now here. I'm going to go ahead and change the icon to, I like this guy. And you can search for different ones. I just happen to like that, and so I'm going to leave it there. Okay. And so at any time when I come into this page, I can click and I can see my calendar. Okay. And once again, if you want to link it to a calendar, the same idea. And when you click on it, it will go out and pull the calendar from the link that you put in there. Okay. One of the things that I want to do is I want to be able to track some of my tasks. And on this sidebar, you'll see there's this thing here called a task list. And so I'm going to go ahead and just click on that task list. And in here, I'm going to delete this. This is just a demo that was a demo task that was there. What I like about this is I'm going to go ahead and create some tasks. Let's see, wash dishes. Okay. And I'm going to put clean garage. And I'm going to also add pick up salmon for lunch. All right, so lunch, if I could spell. So 3 tasks that are there. And what I like about this is as I enter them, they all go under this to-do, basically a to-do list. And as I start doing them, for instance, if I start cleaning the garage, I put that under doing. And when I finish cleaning the garage, I put that under done. Okay. Now, hopefully, you know, I start doing the dishes and then I could just move it right across. But if, you know, if I have other things that are in different states, then I can also move them around. So I love having this ability to do this so that I can move those tasks as I'm working on them, right? So that's a pretty decent one, good one. And what I'm going to do actually is on my personal home. So if I go back to my personal home page, you'll see that that is not there, right? That task list. So what I'd like to do is I would actually like to move it to my task list. So I can do that in one of 2 ways. I can go here and I can just grab it and I can move it up under, right? So all of a sudden you'll see that that appeared right here. Okay. And so the reason I wanted to do that is when I come in, I want to actually see everything, right? I want to see everything that I have on my home page. Another way of doing it, of course, would have been to just go here, look at it, and click on it. But I like it actually on the home page. So I'm going to go ahead and move it right over here. Let's go ahead and move these together. Okay. So I've got my calendar, and now I have my task list, right? So that's pretty cool. And then the other one that I like is, you see here this quick notes. So sometimes what happens is I am talking to someone, or I have an idea that comes into my mind, or some random thought, and I wanted to jot it down. And traditionally what I did was either I wrote it on a piece of paper, and then that paper got stuck in a book or got put in my pocket, or I had a journal that I used to write in that I carried with me. But sometimes I would leave the journal, I wouldn't have it. But now electronically, and let me pause here to say that there is a phone app that goes along with this. So even though we're doing this on the computer, there's a phone app that goes along with it. So everything that I do here shows up on my phone. And so since I always have my phone with me, this now has become a great way for me to document. And so I'm going to go in here and click on, so let's go back. And so I was here, and I'm going to click on quick notes, and you'll see there's some just demo random things that they've added. But down here, I'm going to go and I'm going to say we're having a conversation, and I want to plan to do a video on the phone app, right? So I could just jot that down there. And I was having a conversation with my wife. My son plays basketball, and we were talking about his trainer, who we haven't seen in several weeks, by the way. So call basketball trainer and get back on schedule. Or okay, trainer. Oops, that word right there. So trainer, Trainer. I got an I in there. If I could spell. Or how to better serve clients with media. All right, that's a conversation my wife and I were having recently. Okay, so I can just jot these down, and you know, some of these sound like they're tasks, which is true. So theoretically, we can put it on a task list, but you know, I can just go in here and I can just jot those down. I can click on these and I can create them, make them into a numbered list, or put it in a to-do list format so that I can then, as I do them, I can go ahead and check them off. I can go ahead and create these. For instance, if I wanted to, I can actually turn this into a page, right? I can turn this into a page. And when I do that, then I can take notes under that page, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see this one. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take this one. And I'm going to say turn it into a new subpage. How about that? Okay, so now that is a subpage, and I can click on it. And now I go in here and I can start putting notes, right? So my intro, I can do Android versus iOS, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk about formatting for small devices, right? And so on and so forth. So I can go through and I can begin doing all of those, right? And then I can come back and I click on my quick notes. And so now I have that idea that I had, which I just jotted down, that I just turned into a page with information now that I'm doing on the page for what I want to do. And so I can do all of those ideas that sometimes will get lost. They're now listed, and I can take the notes right there on that sheet. So I love being able to do that. And once again, as I said, I like everything on the same page. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy, right, the quick notes, and I'm just going to move it. I'm just going to move it down here so that when I go to my personal page, now that is there. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is maybe give this guy a heading. So why don't we do this? Call it, and I'm going to do a heading, and H2 is just the size of the text. And I'm going to call this organization. Okay. And then oops. So let's go back here and I'm going to grab this. And I'm just going to move it over here to the side. And then and I'm going to put a line under that. And then each of these guys, I'm now going to go ahead and bring up here so that I now have 3 columns. Okay. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. It's clean. Okay. And now let's jump in some of these other fun, not that that wasn't fun, but for instance, movie list. Let's go into movie list. And so if there are some movies that you want to watch, let's go ahead. We're going to say add a movie. And what I did was I went out here to Fandango and just kind of searched. And let's see, what movie do I have? Okay, here's one. This is the Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. So I can grab that and then go back to my movie list, and I could paste that URL there. And it will create a little link for that. And then whenever I want to find out more about the movie, I can click on that and it'll take me directly there. Okay. What else? I can go back and let's see. Let's find another movie. What else is out there? Doctor Strange. Oh no, Eternals. Right. So Eternals. All right. So click on that one, and also go out, and I can grab that link and go back, and I'm going to say add movie, and go ahead and paste that link as well. And hopefully that one pulls the Eternals in. Yep, there we are. Okay. So boom, boom, boom. And then once I do that, I can move them from here over to the watched area, right? So once I watch them, I can pull over, right? So these are the ones I want to watch, and these are the ones that I've already watched. Okay. And then pop back out. Same thing for recipes, right? So you click on recipes, and let's see, where did I go? I found a recipe. Yeah, I found this one for grilled lollipop lamb chops. Yeah, that sounds delicious, right? So let's go ahead and copy that link and go back to our recipes. And I'm going to paste the link over here. And I'm going to just call it, I can type it, or I can go back and be lazy and just copy it, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy that link, or copy the title, the name, and just go back over here. Okay, so now I have that. And then I'm going to say this is for dinner. Okay. And so you can go ahead and create more and more things down there. The other thing that I can do is just like this one up here, right? What they did was they copied the ingredients. So I can go and I can say open, and from the website where I was, I can go ahead and copy this information. I'm just gonna grab all this guy right here, and then go back, and within that page, just go ahead and type everything down, or paste it. Okay. So that now I can go to the website to see where that was, right, which is here. Or within my database, within my Notion, I can just click on this and say open, and then all the information that I just copied is right there, right? Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's see what else do we have. So now, so we've got our movies, we've got our recipes, we have our calendar, our task list that we're working on, we have our place to jot notes down, right? And then so here under life, right? So yearly goals. So let's see. So we talked about setting big goals for 2022. So let's go ahead and let's put some in there. So let's say lose 30 pounds by September. No, let's put August. August 2022. And the reason I say August is that, September is our trip to the beach. So let's lose it by then. Let's see. Increase income by, pick a number. Say $50,000. Say you want to increase your income by $50,000 this year, right? So that's a goal. You want to connect with, say you have an old friend that you'd like to connect with. You want to begin building your circle, right? So you want to connect with 2 old friends, or make 2 new friends this year. Or you want to join a club, or you want to join a club, or you want to become, let's put this one, become more involved in, if I could spell, in media ministry at church. Okay, so those are some goals, right? And once again, we can go ahead and change those into, turn into numbered ones, because they're just bulleted right now, or more like a to-do list, right? And not that, that those are going to be like one-time things. So for instance, this guy right here, right? What's interesting about that is we can click on that and we can turn it into a subpage, right? Which is beautiful. And so now if I click on it, now in my page that says increase income by $50,000, I can either just click on it and begin writing in it, or I can do another template that allows me to do a little more detail. For right now, what I'm gonna say is I am going to just begin typing, right? So let's do a to-do list. So how do I save, right? How do I increase my income by $50,000? So if I'm in sales, then increase my sales calls, right? Or if I'm in customer service, how do I increase? And if I'm, of course, if I'm hourly, how do I increase my hours at work if I'm able to do that? Or do I need to add odd jobs? Right? So however you are planning to do that, right? How do I increase my income by $50,000? You begin brainstorming and you would list this here. And sometimes maybe you have a savings goal, right? So how do I track that as well? So you can add that, all that information here. So I love that. So that's my yearly goals. And if I back up to a personal homepage, and so now you see all of those things, right? And the last one that's on here is travel plans. So I want to, this is one that they had, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. That's a dummy one. So I'm going to say New York. I want to take a trip to New York. And the status of this is right now it's just an idea. And let's plan to go, how about in May? Okay. So we'll plan to go just for a weekend. So May the 27th through that Monday. Well, maybe let's do 26th through Monday. How about that? Okay. And the place, of course, is New York. Right. And the people, so that's my family. We're going to go. And so as I begin planning that, so now I can go into that and I can begin doing things, right? So one, what do we want to do? We want to tour, I don't know, let's say Coney Island. We want to visit, and they're not doing that right now. So Statue of Liberty. Oh, we want to visit the 9/11 memorial. Right, so we begin planning that, and so whatever else we need to do, we can go ahead and start planning that in this document. And so what's beautiful about that is I'm making those plans, and I can go ahead and write in that line. I can begin planning and documenting and doing different things. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how powerful Notion is. I know that's the quick tour in it, some things that I think you will like. We will plan to do additional videos on Notion. There's some other pieces of software that we do use, and once again, we also want to do the mobile version so you can see what that looks like. If you are getting benefit from this, if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Please like this, share it with your family and friends. Let us know what you think about it. Subscribe to our channel so that we know that this is something that you like and that we can do more content like this. So once again, this is Dr. Dwain Woode from Diabetes and Endocrine Wellness Center. We encourage, educate, and empower you to take charge of your lives. Thank you. See you at the next video.